Ranti's scream tore through the night. "Daddy, leave me alone. I will never be poor like you." The entire compound went silent. Neighbors peeked from their windows. Even the moon seemed to pause. Her father, a thin man with cracked feet hardened by years of farming, froze. His hoe slipped from his hand and dropped to the dusty ground. "What did you just say to me?" he asked, his voice shaking. Ranti's eyes burned with pride. "Yes, you heard me. I will not waste my life carrying firewood and farming cassava. I want a big life. I want to be rich." Her mother, who had just returned from selling pepper in the village market, dropped her tray. "Ranti, you dare speak to your father like this? Is it money that will give you peace?" "Peace?" Ranti spat. "What peace do you have? Look at our house, leaking roof, torn mats, no electricity." "Mama, you wake up every morning to hawk pepper, and still you cannot even buy yourself one wrapper. I am done living like this. I want more." Her father's face hardened. "We gave you food, shelter, and school. What else do you want?" "Everything," Ranti shouted. "I want wigs, shoes, fine clothes. I want a life where people will respect me." Her words sliced through the night like a knife. Then her father pointed at the small mud hut behind him. "You see this house? I built it with my sweat, and we are struggling to raise you and your siblings better. If you throw away our dignity because of shiny things, one day those same things will destroy you." But Ranti only laughed bitterly. "Dignity will not buy me food, Papa. Dignity will not make me a woman of class. You may be content being poor, but I refuse." That night, when the crickets sang and the lanterns dimmed, Ranti packed her small bag. Inside, she put the borrowed clothes, wigs, and shoes her friend, Shade, had given her. She didn't even look back at her sleeping parents. She whispered to herself, "This village cannot hold me. I am meant for more." And before dawn, she boarded a rickety bus heading to the city. The city of Lagos welcomed her with noise, bright lights, and tall houses. Ranti walked the busy streets like a queen, even though she had only 2 borrowed wigs and 1 torn handbag. She lived in a tiny room with shade, but every photo she posted online told a different story. She smiled beside cars that were not hers. She borrowed gowns to take pictures in hotels she could never afford. Slowly, followers began to call her Slay Queen. Messages flooded her inbox. Men promised her the world, but one name stood out: Chief Tunde Adebayo. He was rich. His name alone carried weight in the city. He sent her flowers, gifts, and even money. For the first time, Ranti felt like her dreams were close. One night, she called Shade, her voice trembling with excitement. "Shade, Chief Adabayo has invited me to a hotel. He said he wants to see me face to face. Can you believe it? He even promised to give me something big." Shade's eyes darkened. "Be careful, Ranti. Not every rich man gives without taking something back." But Ranti waved her off. "You don't understand. This is my chance. All the years of suffering will end. I will never be poor like Mama and Papa." Shade tried to stop her, but Ranti had already made up her mind. The night of the meeting arrived. The hotel glittered with golden lights. Ranti wore a red gown, her borrowed wig shining in the dim lights. She looked like a queen. Her heart pounded as she entered the suite. There he was, Chief Tunde Adebayo. His agbada was pure white, his fingers heavy with gold rings. His smile was calm, almost too calm. "Ah, my beautiful Ranti," he said, his voice smooth as honey. "I have been waiting for you." Ranti blushed. "Good evening, Chief." He handed her a small box. Inside was money bundles of fresh naira notes. 50 million naira, he said. "For you, but only if you can do one thing for me." Ranti's heart raced. She imagined herself buying clothes, shoes, even renting her own apartment. She leaned closer. "What do you want me to do?" Chief Adabayo lifted his agbada slowly. Her eyes widened in horror. On his leg was a large, deep wound, swollen and oozing. He looked straight into her eyes and whispered, "Lick it." Ranti gasped. Her mouth went dry. The walls of the hotel seemed to close in. She shook her head. "Chief, I can't." But his eyes hardened. His voice lost its sweetness. "Do it or you walk away with." Ranti's chest rose and fell like a drum. Her eyes were fixed on the wound, raw, smelly, alive. Her throat tightened and bile rose inside her. She covered her mouth with trembling hands. "Chief, this is wickedness. I can't." But Chief Adebayo leaned forward, his smile gone. His eyes, sharp and dangerous, cut into her soul. "You want to be rich, don't you? You want to leave poverty behind? Then prove it. Nothing good comes free." Ranti froze. His words echoed in her head. Her palms were sweaty. Her knees shook. Her whole body screamed, "Run!" But another voice whispered, 50 million naira. Just one act. Just close your eyes and do it. You'll never suffer again. Chief dropped the money on the table. "Take it or leave it." Silence filled the room. The room smelled of alcohol and expensive perfume, mixed with the foul odor of his wound. Ranti's eyes filled with tears. She thought of her mother's tired face, her father's cracked feet, her friends mocking her online. And then, slowly, like someone drowning, she knelt, her lips trembled, her eyes squeezed shut, and she did it. Her tongue touched the wound. The taste was bitter, salty, and rotten. It was death itself. She gagged, but Chief pushed her head closer. "Don't stop," he ordered. Ranti obeyed. Her soul screamed, but her body betrayed her. Every lick killed a piece of her. By the time she pulled away, her face was wet with sweat and tears. Chief clapped slowly. "Good girl. Now you belong to me." He pushed the box of money toward her. "Take it. Your life has changed forever." But when Ranti reached for the money, her hands shook so badly that the bundles almost slipped from her grip. That night, she staggered back to her room. Shade saw her face and dropped her phone. "Ranti, what happened? You look like you've seen a ghost." Ranti tried to speak, but her voice cracked. She threw the money on the bed. 50 million, Shade. He gave me 50 million. Shade's eyes widened. You did something, didn't you? Ranti broke down, sobbing. I can't even say it, Shade. I think I've sold my soul. And 2 days turned into weeks. The money bought her new clothes, wigs, perfumes, and shoes. She rented a small apartment and bought a car. Online, she sparkled like a star. Her followers praised her beauty, her rich life. But inside, her body was changing. At first, it was small, fever, headaches, and then weakness. Then came the rashes, dark, ugly marks crawling across her skin. Her eyes turned yellow. She vomited blood. Ranti tried to hide it with makeup, but Shade noticed. Ranti, you're sick. Let's go to the hospital. Ranti shook her head. No hospital. What if they find out? What if Chief finds out? But one night, she collapsed. Shade screamed for help. Neighbors rushed in. Ranti's body shook on the floor, her lips pale, her eyes rolling back. She whispered one name, Chief Adebayo. The news spread fast. People whispered in every corners. Neighbors gossiped. Even her followers started noticing her swelling and yellow face. Shade called Ranti's parents about her sickness, and they came from the village. When her mother saw her daughter lying weak on a hospital bed, she wailed, Ranti, look at yourself. Did we not warn you? Did we not beg you to be contented? Her father stood silently in the corner, tears burning his eyes. His strong, stubborn daughter was now a shadow of herself. In the hospital, weak and frail, she whispered to her parents, Papa, Mama, I thought money would save me, but it has killed me. Take care of my brothers with the money. Forgive me. Her trembling hands pushed the check of 30 million naira into her father's palm. Tears fell on it, smudging the ink. For my brother's school, for your business, let my mistake at least give you something good, she murmured. Her mother clutched her hand, sobbing. Ranti, my child, why didn't you listen? Not all that glitters is gold. Her father's lips trembled. He gripped the check with one hand and his daughter's fading fingers with the other. Ranti, my only daughter, I forgive you. A faint smile touched her cracked lips. Her chest rose once, then fell. Silence. The hospital room echoed with her mother's wails. Shade cried at the bedside. Her father stood still, holding both the check and her lifeless hand. The following evening, as the sun bled red across the sky, Ranti made a decision. She sat up on the hospital bed, her phone shaking in her hands. She went live on Instagram. Her face was swollen, her skin covered in rashes. Her voice cracked as she spoke. My name is Ranti. I am 25 years old. I thought money was everything. I wanted to be rich at all cost. But today, I want to tell you the truth about Chief Tunde Adebayo. She paused, coughing blur into a tissue. Thousands joined her live stream. Comments flooded. What happened? Tell us. We are watching. With trembling lips, she revealed everything: the hotel, the money, the wound, the sickness. She exposed Chief Adebayo's dark secret to the world. By the time she ended the video, her phone was buzzing non-stop. That same night, police stormed Chief Adebayo's mansion. His name, once respected, was dragged in the mud. News stations carried Ranti's video everywhere. Ranti's body was failing. Her mother held her close, tears soaking her wrapper. "Don't leave us, my daughter." Her chest rose one last time. And then silence. The hospital room was quiet, too quiet. The machines had stopped beeping. The nurse had pulled the white sheet over Ranti's face. Her mother screamed, "Ranti, my child, my only daughter." She fell to the floor, rolling and tearing at her clothes. Her voice cracked into the walls like thunder. Her father stood frozen, his hands clenched into fists. His lips trembled, but no words came out. Only one tear rolled down his weathered cheek. Shade sobbed beside the bed. She only wanted a better life. Why did it have to end like this? But her father finally spoke, his voice hoarse, heavy with sorrow. She wanted more than life could give her. She wanted to fly, but she forgot that wings of lies always break. By morning, the news of Ranti's death had spread everywhere. In the village, people gathered under the mango tree to whisper, "Huh? Did you hear? Ranti, Baba Ibeji's daughter, the one that used to borrow clothes, she's gone." "Gone how?" another asked. "She died in the city. They say a rich man used her for something terrible." Old women shook their heads. Children of today, they no longer listen. They want quick money. See how it ended. Even in the market, her mother's fellow traders murmured. Some pitied her, others mocked quietly. "She was too proud," one woman said. "But who among us does not wish for more?" another replied. Meanwhile, in the city, Ranti's video was everywhere. On Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube. Screenshots of her swollen face and trembling voice filled every timeline. Is this true, that wound story? God forbid. Poor girl, but why lick a wound for money? Memes, arguments, insults, and sympathy flew like arrows across the internet. The police confirmed her claims. Chief Tunde Adebayo was arrested. Cameras flashed as he was dragged out of his mansion. His wives hid their faces. His children wept. Reporters shouted questions. "Chief Adebayo, did you use young girls for rituals? Chief, what about the 50 million naira bribes? Chief, is it true you forced her to lick your wound?" He stayed silent, but his eyes carried shame. The mighty lion had been caged. At home, Ranti's body was brought back to the village for burial. The women wailed. The men dug the shallow grave, the smell of sorrow. Her mother held on to the coffin. "Ranti, wake up!" Her father stood, hands behind his back. His voice was calm but broken. "Let this be a lesson to every young one in this village. Wealth without sweat is a trap that killed my child." Shade, who had followed them, fell to her knees. "Papa, Mama, forgive her. She didn't know. She only wanted to escape suffering." But her mother looked up, her eyes red, and she escaped, straight into death. The coffin was lowered into the ground. Sand covered it slowly, as if swallowing her dreams. With every shovel, her borrowed life disappeared forever. Ranti's video continued to spread. People across Nigeria debated. Some mocked her, Others cried for her. But one thing was clear. Her story became a warning. Schools invited pastors to preach against a fake life. Parents told their children, "Remember Ranti. Do not chase shadows." Strangers online wrote, "Ranti's death has opened my eyes. I will never envy fake lifestyles again." In prison, Chief Adebayo sat on the cold floor, his white agbada replaced with brown rags. He stared at the wall, haunted by her face. Her voice echoed in his ears. "Fake life killed me." He remembered the night she licked his wound, her tears, her trembling hands. For the first time, guilt pierced his heart like a spear. "What have I done?" he whispered to himself. But it was too late. His empire of wealth and power had collapsed. His companies froze. His friends abandoned him. His name was forever tied to shame. 1 month later, Shady stood before Ranti's grave. The weeds had started to grow, but her name on the wooden cross was still clear. She placed a flower and whispered, "Ranti, your story didn't die with you. People are listening. Your mistake is saving others. Rest, my friend." She wiped her tears and looked up at the sky. The sun was rising, golden and warm, a reminder that even after the darkest night, morning still comes. The rooster crowed in the village, but the morning felt heavy. Ranti's grave sat quietly under the mango tree, a small mound of earth with a wooden cross. Every time her mother passed, she broke down again. "Ranti, my daughter," she whispered, sitting on the ground. "Why didn't you listen? You left us with shame and sorrow." Her father, Baba Ibeji, no longer went to the farm. He sat outside their house, staring into the distance. His neighbors noticed. "Baba Ibeji has changed," they murmured. "Grief has eaten him." In the city, Shade struggled to move on. Every corner of her small room reminded her of Ranti, the mirror they used to pose in, the wigs Ranti had borrowed, the dreams they had whispered at night. But now, Shade was different. She deleted her fake pictures. She stopped chasing likes. One evening, she opened her phone and posted, "I lost my best friend to fake life. Please, young girls, don't do what Ranti did. Be patient, work hard. True success takes time." Her post went viral. Thousands shared it. Some wept. Some promised to change. Shade became a voice of warning, carrying Ranti's story like a torch. Meanwhile, Chief Tunde Adebayo's in prison. He sat alone. The once powerful man now begged for food from other inmates. He was mocked, insulted, forgotten. Back in the village, life continued. But something had changed. Girls who once wanted to run to the city became more cautious. Parents used Ranti's story as a lesson. If you chase easy money, you will end like her, they warned. Her mother, though broken, expanded her business this time with quiet strength. Some days she smiled faintly, remembering her daughter's laughter as a child before fake life consumed her. Her father hired more people for his faming work and started commercialization. One day, as he planted yams, he whispered, "Ranti, I forgive you. May your story save others." One evening, when Shade visited the family, she sat with them in their house. Her eyes glistened as she spoke. Papa, Mama, Ranti's death will not be in vain. I have decided to live clean, to work hard, and to speak to young girls about the dangers of fake life. I will carry her story everywhere. And we have to Rossing. Her mother touched her hand, tears in her eyes. Shade, you are like a daughter to us now. May God protect you. For the first time in months, a faint smile broke across Baba Ibeji's face. Yes, let Ranti's life be a warning and a light. Outside, the night sky glittered with stars. The wind whispered through the trees. Somewhere deep in the silence, it felt as if Ranti's spirit was watching her tragic story turning into a beacon for others. She had wanted wealth, but in death, she had given something greater, a lesson that would live longer than money. The day of Chief Tunde Adebayo's trial arrived. The courthouse overflowed with reporters, onlookers, and angry protesters carrying placards. Some read, "Justice for Ranti. Stop killing our daughters with fake wealth." The once mighty Chief Adabayo walked in, his akbar gone, replaced by a plain brown prison uniform. His steps were slow, his face pale. The man who once controlled wealth and power now looked like a shadow. The judge's gavel struck. "Chief Tunde Adebayo, you are guilty of exploitation, ritual practices, and the destruction of young lives." Gasps filled the room. Cameras flashed. His lawyers bowed their heads in defeat. "You are hereby sentenced to life imprisonment without the possibility of parole." The crowd roared. Some cheered, some cried. Reporters ran out to break the news. Chief Adabayo stood frozen. His lips trembled. For the first time, tears streamed down his face. He whispered, "Ranti, forgive me." But forgiveness was far from him. His empire had died with her. Back in the village, Shada sat with Ranti's parents as the news played on the small radio. Her mother wept softly. "So it is true. The man who destroyed my child will never breathe free air again." Her father nodded slowly. "But remember, it was not only him. Greed, pride, and fake life were also her killers." Months later, Sade stood before a crowd of young women in a community hall. She held the microphone tightly, her voice steady. "My name is Shade. I lost my best friend to fake life. She was beautiful, smart, but she wanted to be rich by any means. She borrowed clothes, wigs, and shoes. She lied to the world until one rich man demanded something that cost her life. Today, I beg you, don't walk her path. Work hard, live true. Don't sell your soul for glitter that fades." The hall was silent. Some girls wept, some clapped. Shade's words pierced their hearts like arrows of truth. Afterward, an old woman walked up to her and said, "Ranti may have died, but her voice now lives with people. Life is not what it looks like on social media. Behind many flashy pictures are broken hearts, borrowed clothes, and dangerous choices. Ranti chased fake life until it destroyed her. But her story lives on as a warning to all of us. True wealth is not in money or fake glamour. True wealth is in peace, dignity, and the life you build with patience and honesty. If this story touched your heart, please like this video, share it with someone you care about, and subscribe to our channel for more powerful stories.